Did you know KFC almost disappeared from the fast food industry forever? Hard to believe, right? The iconic fried chicken brand, loved by millions worldwide, was once on the brink of collapse. Bankruptcy loomed large, lawsuits piled up, and customers turned their backs. But how did this happen? And more importantly, how did KFC claw its way back to become one of the biggest fast food giants on the planet? Today, we're diving deep into the untold story of how KFC nearly went bankrupt. A story filled with drama, mistakes, and an incredible comeback. You're about to learn what went wrong, the secrets behind their resurrection, and what it took for KFC to reclaim its throne in the fast food world. If you're into stories about dramatic rises and falls, untold business secrets, and empires on the brink of disaster, stick around. This one's for you. And before we start, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more untold business stories every week. Let's rewind to the 1930s. Harland Sanders, better known today as Colonel Sanders, wasn't always the face of global fried chicken success. In fact, his story began during one of the toughest times in American history, the Great Depression. Sanders was running a small gas station in Corbin, Kentucky, and it was here that he started cooking meals for hungry travelers. Among his dishes was a fried chicken recipe unlike any other, made with a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. Word spread quickly, and Sanders became somewhat of a local celebrity. By the 1940s, he had turned his little gas station kitchen into a small restaurant that attracted customers from miles around. But then disaster struck. In the early 1950s, a new interstate highway was built, completely bypassing Corbin, Kentucky. Almost overnight, Sanders lost his customers, his income, and his dream. At the age of 65, with nothing left, he faced what most would see as the end of the road. But not Sanders. Instead of retiring, he doubled down on his belief in his secret recipe. Packing up his pressure cooker, spices, and a lot of determination, Sanders hit the road. He went door to door, restaurant to restaurant, pitching his fried chicken to anyone who would listen. It wasn't easy. Most people rejected him outright. But Sanders persisted, and eventually he built a network of franchisees who shared his passion for fried chicken. By 1964, KFC had grown into a national sensation, with hundreds of franchise locations across the US. At 74 years old, Colonel Sanders had finally achieved the success he had worked so hard for. But just when things seemed perfect, he made a decision that would change everything. He sold the company. In 1964, Sanders sold KFC for $2 million to a group of investors. At the time, it seemed like a fortune. But as KFC expanded under its new owners, cracks began to appear. These investors were focused on rapid growth, prioritizing profits over quality. Sanders, who remained as the brand's ambassador, was horrified by the changes. The chicken wasn't being prepared the way he had envisioned, and customers began to notice the decline in quality. Throughout the 1970s, KFC grew quickly, but problems piled up just as fast. Franchise owners became unhappy, lawsuits started flying, and customers complained about undercooked food, dirty restaurants, and inconsistent service. By the early 1980s, KFC's reputation was in shambles. Competitors like McDonald's and Burger King were thriving, while KFC was falling further behind. Bankruptcy seemed inevitable. So what went wrong? First, the rapid expansion had stretched the company too thin. The new owners were more interested in opening as many restaurants as possible than ensuring those restaurants were run well. Second, they failed to innovate. While competitors introduced new menu items and improved their operations, KFC stayed stuck in the past. But the final nail in the coffin came when customers began abandoning KFC altogether. People didn't trust the brand anymore. Reports of food safety issues and poor service made headlines, and the once beloved brand became a punchline. Now here's where the story gets interesting. In 1986, KFC was acquired by PepsiCo, the beverage giant behind brands like Pepsi, Frito-Lay, and Taco Bell. At first glance, it seemed like an odd pairing. What did a soda company know about fried chicken? But PepsiCo had the resources and the expertise to turn things around, and they wasted no time getting to work. The first step was restoring customer trust. PepsiCo invested millions into cleaning up KFC's operations, improving food quality, and rebranding the company. They brought back Colonel Sanders as the face of the brand, emphasizing tradition and quality. Slowly but surely, customers began to return. But the real game-changer was PepsiCo's focus on international markets. While KFC struggled in the US, it found massive success overseas. In China, for example, KFC wasn't just popular, it became a cultural icon. By the 1990s, KFC was operating in over 50 countries, and its international success helped offset its struggles back home. Another key move was menu innovation. KFC introduced new items like popcorn chicken, crispy strips, and chicken sandwiches, which appealed to a younger, more modern audience. These changes didn't just help KFC survive, they helped it thrive. Today, KFC operates in over 145 countries, with more than 25,000 locations worldwide. It's a billion-dollar empire, but its journey serves as a reminder that success is never guaranteed. From the brink of bankruptcy to global dominance, KFC's story is one of resilience, innovation, and the power of never giving up. So what can we learn from KFC's story? First, success requires adaptability. Colonel Sanders could have given up when his diner failed, but he didn't. Second, protecting your brand's reputation is crucial. KFC nearly lost everything because it let quality slip. And finally, it's never too late for a comeback. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of Business Vault.